We have contact in the next 2 years, supposedly. Quite a few people are saying that out there. I don't know if they're just listening to each other and piggybacking. But I saw something on Bashar, who I really don't watch anymore because he made a statement about Trump before the elections that I thought was not Bashar. I think it was Darryl Anka speaking, and I shut it down. When the channeler starts speaking over the channeled entity, then we've got some issues. Now, supposedly, Trump is not going to be, let's just say, here or in office for this next phase, which is in 2 years, which means he will still be in office the next 3 years. So I want to point something out to you, and I want you to pay attention because this is part of what's going on out there, that you, the powerful you, has to really make your own decisions and pay attention. Let's go. Welcome to Landria on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. I want to thank the person who criticized my hat, because I'm really liking this, switching up hats every few minutes. It's sort of fun. And I've been wearing one. I got a whole stack of them. I'm going to pull more out. Watch my next video. I got some really good ones. Remember I did the rhinestone cowboy hats? I'm pulling them all out. They're coming out. All right, so I hope you'll subscribe because I've lost a ton of subscribers when YouTube changed the algorithm. It didn't change what was going on out there, but they're not promoting a lot of channels. I don't know what they're doing, but I'll be honest with you. I'm thankful to have the platform. It's free and I get to speak freely. And the truth is that no matter what kind of controls they have, there are people doing stupid stuff out there that still have channels, and YouTube, there's just so much they can do. So I have no beef with YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube put me on the map for so many things that allowed me to change people's lives, including my own. So I hope you'll subscribe. Please share my videos. And if you aren't subscribed, and you were subscribed, check that, because a lot of people were unsubscribed. Now, we're going to go on to business. First of all, those of you who would like to change the planet and create an online business, but you want purpose in your life. You don't know what it is, but you would love to create an online business, whether it's a big deal or something on the side. This is what Digital Explorers does. This is free. You can sign up and get a video. And my 20 years of investment banking plus 10 years online successful online businesses. I'm teaching people how to do this, but we're applying it to the new world that we're creating. What is that? A responsible one. We can't say, well, I have to earn a living. Yep, we all do. What happens when we stop supporting every business that just doesn't give a hoot other than about money? What about the government that doesn't give a hoot about those corporations damaging our planet, just the bottom line? And that's what it's all about. It's always about money, and we have to change that. How do we earn money? So instead of saying, well, I'm just going to go to my job and then I'm going to come home and meditate and criticize everybody. Not flying anymore, and this is what's happening. We're going into the golden era. It's going to be just absolutely exploding in ways that you couldn't imagine, and not everybody's going to experience it. So some people will say, it's not happening, and others will say, where the heck have you been? Yep. I don't know. McFly. I haven't done that in a while. Let's talk about Bashar. Let's talk about anybody who's channeling. Somebody was talking about Barbara Marshiak. I don't know who that is. I think I saw her once, and she said, she called Facebook fake book, and I thought, aliens don't talk like that. That was a passionate criticism from a person. This is what's happening. Now, I'm going to share something with you, and I'm not here to take a side either way. I'm here to point some things out to you that are true of all of us, including me. We're still humans no matter what or who we channel. Our energy is still a part of whatever it is we're doing, even if we channel. When we speak to our audiences, You'll hear it come out once in a while. Even, what's the one who channeled, she did the whole law of attraction thing. I'll think of it in a minute. Anyways, you don't hear too much about her, but she did the whole law of attraction thing. She was amazing for her time. And something did happen. She started to talk like herself more and more. Bashar's doing that. Well, Darryl Anka's doing that. In fact, he's talking and I don't even know who's who anymore. Why? Because it was always one person anyways. It's almost an act to just, and I don't mean he's doing it intentionally to be deceptive. It's sort of an act that helps the audience know who's talking now, and that we're not talking to Darryl Anka anymore. It's Bashar. It's this alien who's living over the planet. That's Bashar's future person, and I'm not buying it, but it doesn't matter. It's harmless. But what I am paying attention to is what's being said. Now, just before the elections, he said, he made some predictions. Here's where we're getting in trouble. Here's where we get in trouble. He made solid predictions. We all know, including Edgar Cayce, Nostradamus, Baba Vanka, all of them have told us that we are in control of our future. Edgar Cayce made that very, very blatantly plain, that we are creating it, that we can change it. And he has said that. Many, many people out there have said, here's what I'm predicting, but this is not a final result. This is one most probable prediction at this moment. Before the elections, I saw a video and I wanted to see what Bashar said because it was pretty shocking. I thought, there's no way he said this. If the female gets in office, we will have contact. If the male comes in office, we will have, I think he said, a war. Point blank said, a cataclysmic war or something. He definitely said a war. If you guys got the quote, but it was definitely war. Like we're going to go into a third world war. And everybody went ballistic, and he lost a lot of people because of that. What was that? Would an alien who's supposedly so loving, unconditionally loving, get on a global platform and make a prediction like that? No, that was Darryl Anka, who's an obvious Democrat. He's a producer in California. I don't know if it's Hollywood. He's a producer. He creates fiction and fantastical things. That was not Bashar talking. Darryl Anka took over because he's trying to manipulate your choices. Well, he did it again. And this time, before they asked him a question, about Trump, how Trump is going to receive this supposed contact that's going to happen in 2 years, Bashar says we're going to have direct contact. Some countries will participate with the aliens and some won't. Come on! Give me a break. Yeah, like the U.S. is going to sit here and go, we're going to let you guys all, hash it out together. And we're going to sit. No. It doesn't work that way. But that's my opinion. And that is Landria, the human, saying that. So, nothing's in stone. We may never see him in our lifetime. We get people who go out, and we had this Colorado thing going on with this firebombing and whatever. Somebody was saying things I don't like, so I'm going to do some destruction. Well, guess what? Why would anybody accept aliens? There's so many people out there think that they're so horrible. There's going to be a section of people out there that are going to try and take them out. And our military's one of them. I don't know if they're going to show up. They have been showing up, and we're always shooting at them. Even some of these new guys, I find out they're aiming, some light beams that could actually be destructive. I said, I thought you said you weren't going to do that. We're testing it. You only have to test once. If I fire at your family across the street, oops, we were testing it once and it works. I took you all out. That is the most ridiculous garbage. And what did that do? Send the message, we're still violent. Even those of us who say we aren't, we're still violent. Now we have Darryl Anka saying that Trump will not be here. He didn't say in office, will not be here for contact. But he says contact will happen in the next 2 years. Trump's going to be in office for 3. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? And then his first comment is, I don't want to get into politics. Yeah, because you got in trouble last time and you really PO'd a lot of people with that comment. He wields a lot of power. He has a big following because he's always been speaking peace. I remember listening to him thinking, boy, this is what I believe in. Total free will, total choice. Nothing's in stone. We create everything. We are all powerful. Anything's possible. And then he makes a statement like that because that's Darryl Anka talking. What is he setting us up for? So you can create things. And he knows this. So if you say certain things and you want to create it, oh, we know, right? I can tell you right now, he doesn't have a soft spot for Trump, which is a shame. The thing is that no matter who's in office, whether you agree with them or not, it's shaking things up, and we're in charge, and we're finally realizing we can't rely on anybody. We cannot let one person in office with whomever he surrounds himself with be in charge of us. And if we don't like it, we have to change it. We're realizing, wait a second, we keep handing our power over. And even if they're doing all the right things that we love, we still have to participate in a positive way. So here's my warning to you. Everyone on this planet, no matter how amazing they are, Edgar Cayce, the Dalai Lama, the Pope, is a human being. And sometimes that gets in the way of whatever great message they're going to give you. So when Barbara Marciak, she's Palladians, the Palladians, and yeah, they go into this whole thing, and I'm like, oh, cut the crap. You totally know what you're saying. Why? Because we all have the capabilities of sharing those messages. You don't have to go into, and by the way, I'm making fun. Why? Because I don't believe it. I believe there's a lot of con artists out there who want you to think they have the answer. So if she's saying this and the Pleiadians are giving all this stuff and it's different to Darryl Anka and all these other people, who's right? Because none of them are saying the exact same thing. None of them. Guess what? You get to pick. You get to choose. I like that answer a lot better. Why? Because all of them are telling a reality that can come to pass. All of them. If you believe there's Satan, then we create Satan. If you believe, I'm always afraid to touch my face. People are always going, oh, it was a sign. She's giving the sign for the whatever made up crap that's out there. The black hats. Oh, and now she's wearing the white hat. Oh, God. Get me off this planet. I might be leaving. I don't know. Do you want to hang around for this? I guess we have to. You know what? We signed up to make the difference. And a lot of you, even with my digital explorers, it's like people are thinking twice about doing something. Why? Because it takes a damn effort. But what's the alternative? You're going to stay exactly where you are. And then what are you going to do? You're going to have the same thinking, the same actions, because it's tough to break those habits. We have to come together as a community, and somebody who can guide you and help you will help break those things or point out you're self-sabotaging yourself. You've been doing it your whole life, and you're still doing it, and you're going to stay exactly where you are. You're going to leave here and go, crap, I had a really great opportunity. Watch your words. What are you telling people? What are you saying? And even those of you who are saying, they have family that don't support them in their, awakening. I'm like, why are you telling them? What, do you need their approval? Why do you care? I don't care. Oh, she's a black hat again. She's gone to the dark side. Woo! Are we having fun yet? I'm relaunching landria.com. I have all kinds of really cool stuff coming out for you. We've got to get this together. We've got to get this together. I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm relaunching all kinds of master classes, programs, a lot of free stuff. I'll be sharing that with you. Digital Explorers, we're going to add programs. Those of you who you're not all in, I'll give you some programs where you can, maybe think about how you can change how you earn. How are you earning money? If it is sleazy, then you're keeping that world going and you'll live in it. Why? Because you're doing it. No, you don't have to do anything. You're eternal. No matter what happens to this, you're eternal. It's uncomfortable sometimes. Sometimes it's really scary. It's scary. But if you go into that space, you're opening the door to that. And it's like, I don't have time for scary. It's very uncomfortable to be here because we know what we're capable of. Or maybe you don't, I do. And I think you do too. We are capable of anything. Why is our planet the way it is? Why is anyone doing anything that would harm anyone or an animal? Start watching where your food's coming from and how they're being treated. And we accept this. Farm factoring and all these, we accept this because we don't have to look at it. Start looking at it. Start looking at those people you're listening to out there and ask yourself, did that seem right? Was that really some entity? And who says Bashar has all the answers anyways? An alien in a craft has all the answers? Well, you know the saying, who died and made him God? I think he's super peaceful. Like I said, I agree with pretty much everything he says. However, at the same time, I think he has done some damage with Darryl's comments. Who are you listening to? You don't have to take a side. It doesn't matter who's in office. It matters what you're doing. It doesn't matter who's in office. The hell it doesn't. And I would disagree with you. Because no matter who it is, we still are responsible for this. Whether it's a good decision or a bad decision, we still are responsible for this. Our decisions, my thoughts, my actions, whether I helped the little old lady across the street or I saved the little squirrel. God, do you remember that? Did you know they have to be fed every hour for 2 months? It was grueling. I finally took him to a nature preserve. Do you remember that? I shot videos. I was feeding him. He was really cute. He started getting all fuzzy. And do you know what you have to do? Like, you have to clean their butts, the poop. It's probably TMI, right? Too much information. I did it. I saved him. Wow. Who are you going to save? Who are you going to save? Everyone when you do this, when you start here. Everyone. Because you will be the example of what's possible. And I know you're capable of anything. 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 You are capable of anything. How much stock are you putting into somebody who's going to tell you what our future is or what's going to happen? We have fun with that. Yeah, I share stuff with you that other people's. I also tell you that they're wrong most of the time. and that remote viewers can't tell the future because they are affected by their own beliefs. Does that tell you something? They are seeing a future that's real for them, and that's how your future is created. You are creating it based on what you think and believe and your actions right now. What do you want? I'll tell you your future by looking at your life right now, unless you do something to change it. This is why I'm giving you guys options. Go down in the description. I got stuff you can buy there. Toothpaste. It's toxic. Why are you putting it in your mouth? Bite toothpaste, down in the description, $5 off. Make sure you're really nice and white. Doesn't come in plastic, non-toxic. Clean it up, man, clean it up. There's other stuff down there. Start using stuff. And I am testing all this stuff to tell you it's working, and I'm supporting those businesses. I want to support businesses that are making good decisions. You could be one of those businesses. You could be one of those consumers. It's up to you. Ladies, stop buying cosmetics that are not vegan. Guess what? There's plastic in them. And animals suffer. You want to put that paint on your face? Is it worth it? I'm sorry. This is not nice stuff, and I'm not here to give you fear. I'm here to, tell you that you can make these changes and be the powerhouse that you are. You are amazing. Imagine what you could do. You're equally as powerful as anything or one on here, and everything exists all at once, whether you see it or not. Start doing it. And Bashar, I'm sorry you don't like Donald Trump. I really don't care either way. You're allowed. But I think we need to keep those opinions to ourselves. And you know what? We can share some things. My opinion is that it is. It just is. So let's deal with it. And stop blaming and start creating. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.